Okay, when I just restarted because the connection was super bad. So this is going to be called part two. When I re-upload this live stream, it's going to be called Game Jam Day 3 Part 2. Okay, so we are live here. Yeah, we are now live, and here on YouTube output, I think. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm still getting this still like going bad, I think. Like I'm going to try and check if this is working because I just restarted. So I'm just checking the lives. Okay, so here. Okay, so here. Yeah, and it seems like it's working now. And thank you, Ray, for saying hi. It's working. Thank you. So now I just have to put this here. It's so bad that this happens. It's so often. Like I thought the first time that this happened, it would be like a one time thing, and it was like, okay, let's just uh let's just get over with it. So, but no, it's a recurrent thing. So that's bad. Change to this one, and I'm just configuring the other stream because you lose the configuration when you restart it. So just public. Okay. So now I can go here. And now I can say here. Okay. And for some reason, my caster labs it's not registering your messages now. So I'm just going to restart caster labs 2 just in case. Wait for the updates. Okay, you're up to date. Let's see. Now it's working. Okay, I can't see anything, but maybe it's because I just started this. So I'm just checking that everything's working. So if I'm just checking that everything's working. So mic is working. Yeah, but I can't see. I now can't see your messages. Yeah, but I can see. I and if you heard like the audio doubling there, it's because I was checking the stream. So yeah, maybe I will have to just read you from here. So I'm going to mute this. Put this again. This is mute now. And okay, let's see. Let's go here and here. And this is awful because I can't control this. Okay, let's go here. And I will have like 2 tabs open so I can read you. I can read the chat now. And now I think I can read this. Renandi says, yeah, don't worry, it's fine. But I can see the chat from... Oh, okay, now I can see it. yeah, let's just continue with this. Let me just drink a little bit of water. And we're making NPCs that can speak to you, or yeah. So NPC dialog data is going to be a scriptable object. Scriptable object here. I'm going to delete what I don't need because this creates this for us. And yeah, I'm going to make this way. And create asset, NPC dialog data, menu name is okay, I think. Scriptable object. And what I need here is basically an I'm going to need public first of all, so I can access it from yeah, now it shows up on stream and on my OBS. So that's that's bad that it wasn't working before, but that's it's bad that we had to restart the stream. But at least now you can see the chat on stream. Okay, so we have a public, and we are going to need an NPC conversation data, and it's going to be an array of these ones, and it's going to be called dialogue or conversations. Yeah, now let's see. This is just like a string, and maybe you could simplify this, but for now I think it's going to work. So when we interact with NPC, I want to have a serialized field here, serialized field. And it's going to be asking for what we just created. So it's private, what's it called? It's NPC dialog data. And it's going to be called just NPC dialog. Yeah, let's save this. And when we interact, and now I also going to need private current conversation index here. I'm going to need the private int max or conversation limit, index limit. And on void start, I'm going to void start. I'm going to put the conversation index limit is equal to NPC dialog that conversation, or was this dialog? What do we have here? We have here an array of conversations here, and this shouldn't be called this way. I'm going to go to F12 to open the script here. So this is public. I don't want an underscore here. And we're going to access conversations that length. So Alison Loss is here. Hi, Alison. Good to have you here again. We're just making some NPCs, so people that you can talk with. And for now, it's going to be just a bean. But yeah, we're making the logic for you to interact with them, and they are going to be able to show you some text. So this is going to be the conversation index limit, and current conversation index is going to start at 0. So this is the default value of this, but it's okay. And Alison Law says, one watching. Yeah, we just restarted the stream. We were streaming before in another stream, but my voice got like distorted because of my connection or something. So yeah, we had to restart. current conversation index. Yeah, it starts at 0. And NPC dialogue conversation length. Yeah, okay. So now when we interact, I'm going to send a message to, maybe we could have a UI manager that's going to show messages. So let's see. We could have a UI manager here. Is the game okay? No, not really. Like this is all of what we have. Tall. Let's see. So for now, this bin is going to be another. This is going to be an NPC, and for now you can just walk. You can open doors. You can run. Yeah, you can run, and it's this is all that we have now. So yeah, you can open these doors, and maybe the player is too slow. But yeah, you can open doors. This is what we have. Like now, you can go down here, and I'm going to collide with this. Now you can go down here. You can jump too. And yeah, that's it for the game. There's not much to do, and all the things that we had before, like we have an inventory system and stuff, but all the these interactables and stuff, I just got them out of the way, because we are just prototyping now the map and making some more functionality. And when we have most of the functionality for the game, we're going to make another map and make the art for all this stuff, so it looks way better. Okay, so we are making the NPCs that can speak to you. And yeah, let's go back to our custom work layout. Let's go back. And here I'm going to make UI manager. So let's go to, oh, we already have a UI manager. So instead of making it again, I'm just going to go to that script there. So here on managers, UI manager. And what I want to say here, can you make bad boss? Now we are not going to have bats in here, but we're going to have a scary monster. So that's going to be, or a scary monster boss. Update stamina bar, change slots. I want something that's display text or display, yeah, like public voice. Display text or display dialogues. Dialogue. And it's going to be we also going to need public void set out of range set dialogue out of range, so set out of dialogue range. Okay. And Alison Law says, can it be a boss? It's going to be, you can think of it as a boss, because it's going to be like one big enemy, so it's kind of a boss, and it's going to be like super hard to not get eliminated by it. So that's going to be like a monster boss. monster or god boss. We'll see. Set out of dialogue range. So yeah, here on display dialogue, I have in one of my past projects, I've used something. Let's see, on repositories for one of my projects that was called platformer. Yes, on platformers. On this project, I had on assets, scripts, interactables, signposts, and basically this code here displays displays the text or the characters one by one, so it's uh, more like not all the text at once, but it's character by character. So I want to make this. I'm going to adapt this, and yes, I'm going to adapt this. So where do I want to put this? Maybe I want to put the text or this on another script. That's it could be on the NPCs or it could be on the player. So maybe on the player, because that way we can also say to the the UI that stop displaying when we get out of range. So let's go to our player. Let's see. We're going to make another script for our player dialogue. And let's make this player. I want to check something on the player first. I want to check the movement vector. So I'm going to put the debug here. Debug. And the one that I'm looking for is called movement vector. So let me just check something. Okay, so the movement vector is okay. Okay. Yeah, it's all right. The thing is, we can no longer jump when we are not in a slope. That's weird. Yeah, we can no longer jump when we are not in a slope. But that's okay. Maybe we are going to just eliminate the jumping at all because we are not really going to need it. Like we're not going to have the jumping. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. So this is okay. And we are going to just add the speed to the speed of the player. So it's a little bit more. And yes, let's make this again. So let's just check this right now and here. Okay, so now that we have this, I'm going to just copy or just paste here on another C# script. So this is player dialog. Let's just copy here or paste here. So on trigger enter, other name is player reading, set trigger, player reading equal false. So populate message, that's what we need. But we are going to, I don't know why we need the player reading. So where are we changing this? we are changing this when the player enters or when I press E. That's going to be interaction. When I press interaction, but let me just give me a second. I'm going to be right back. Okay, I'm back. Uh, yeah. So here, player reading. It's true. So what I want to do here is say, okay, the player reading. I want this to happen not on trigger enter, but on interaction. So this is going to be called public void interaction. We are not going to need the collider other. This is just going to happen. We need to check. So yeah, let's just put this here. And we're going to do the same. Okay, so menus, container, animator. We don't have an animation here. We don't have an animation, so I'm just going to delete this for now. But I do want to open the, or I could start, yeah, I could start the coroutine public message. And here I can say, okay, I don't need this. I don't need this either. And here I can say stop interaction. And I don't need this. And this is public. Or, well, I don't need this to be public. Just put it private. Private. Okay, so for each character in message, the text message decompose add and I think I'm going to need to load a message too. So this is going to be called uh, private void load message here, and it's not going to be start. I'm not going to do anything at start. And here character in message that text. So I need the message. Mm. And what does this do? So for each character, see in message text. This is message decomposed at see message the text equal none. Message that text, and what I'm using this message for. Okay, so I think I can just add this message text. I'm not sure how this is working really. Player reading equal true. Start coroutine, public message. This is the coroutine. So for each character in message decomposed, if player reading. So on interaction, I'm going to need a message. So I'm going to ask for item, or not item, but NPC conversation data. No, I'm just going to need a string. So message. And here on start coroutine public message, I want to do something before that. So loading the message, load message. And I'm going to pass the message here. And I'm going to need a string here, string message. So I'm just going to add this to message decomposed. And here, what I don't understand is this. So maybe I can make the message text be equal to message before doing this. And let's see now. So yeah, I'm going to use TM Pro, TMP text, and I'm going to use using Unity, or not using TMP TM Pro. So menu container animator, I'm not going to need this anymore. The message, text speed, player reading. Okay, so I think what I need now is on UI manager. I'm going to say update text. Yeah, update dialog text. And here set out of dialog range. And what I need to do here is saying, okay, for close dialog, close dialog, close dialog. And I'm going to need here, let's see, we're going to need here serialized field. I'm going to need to use TM Pro, so using pro. Going to need tmp text. It's going to be called text. No, I'm going to call this. I'm going to call this. Uh, dialog text. Dialog text. And yeah, I'm going to call dialog text. And here I'm going to go to dialog text.parent. Parent or transform.parent. And I'm going to get the game object, set active, and here when I pass this, I want to check, okay, if the dialog text that parent or transform that parent that game object active self self equal false, I want to set basically do the same, but instead of saying false here, I want to say true. Or set dialog activity, set dialog activity bool value, and I'm going to use the value here, value, and I can use the same value here. So set dialog activity, and it's going to be true. So now I can go here and say update dialog text. I'm going to need a string text. I'm going to put here the dialog text. The text equals to text. So now I should be able to go here on player dialog or player dialog. And where do I want to interact? I need the player interaction, I think. Yeah, because now I need to load the message. So maybe this should be happening on the NPCs. So not the player dialog. This should be happening on the NPCs. Oh, and I'm drowning. Okay, so here instead of having a player dialog, I'm going to make an interactables on the NPC. On the NPC, I'm going to have all of this. So player dialog, it will no longer exist. Yeah, it will no longer exist. Yeah, so let's go to NPC, and we're going to paste all of this. And we need to use tmp text using tm pro. Okay, using tm pro message player rating. Okay, so after this, I'm going to put all of this. And now when I interact, I want to do something. So yeah, when I interact, I'm going to set the player reading and all this stuff. But I also want to, yeah, I have the message in here, so I don't need it. So I'm just going to put interaction. And Amy Break says, damn, you're working on NPCs? Yes, that's what I'm working on now. Because we need a dialogue system for them. And it's, I don't know how much time do we have left. We have like 45 minutes, I think. And I'm not sure we're going to be able to complete it in just this stream. So yeah, but that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing now. So yeah, the interaction now is going to, but these NPCs are not going to be anything fancy. These are going to be just characters that you can talk with. They're not even going to move. They're just like somewhere to get information and talk. The only things that are going to move in this game are going to be the player and the monster. So yes, and maybe if we have some animations for the introduction or something. But the main things that are going to be moving are going to be the player and the monster. Yeah. So interaction, I need a message here. And what's this message? Where am I getting this message from? I'm getting this message from the NPC dialogue. NPC dialogue. Mixamo, my beloved. I know, right? So when we get animations, probably they're going to be. I don't know if I will have to do some more animations myself. Like maybe I will have to do some animations myself because for the intro, if I want to knock the player out, we'll see. We'll see what we do. And now we have 26 days, but that's not much time. I think, yeah, that's not not a lot of time. So let's go to the NPC dialogue, and from here, the dialogue data, I need to get the conversations, and the current conversation index. So that's our message, right? I think that's our message. Cannot convert from NPC conversation data to string. And what are these conversations? These are just strings, right? NPC dialogue data. Let's go see here. NPC conversations data. Oh, okay. So these are current conversation index is going to be, this is the dialogues. Tempens. Tempens is here. Says hello, dear friend. How is it going? Hello. First of all, hello. And how is it going? I'm not sure. It's getting complicated with the NPCs dialogues. But this is what we have for now. Like we have a pretty simple map. It's super small. It has two floors. But this is for prototyping first, and yeah, then we are going to change it. So I'm just going to play what we have for now, and it's like super claustrophobic here because there's not much space for anything, and you can see that the doors are gigantic, like enormous, and that's because the monster is going to be super tall and super wide. So I have to have doors that are this big so the monster can get through it. And why is it not working? Okay. Yeah, so you can open doors and stuff, And this theme that you can see here, it's for an NPC. So we are making an NPC. And yeah, we just started making the NPC, and we corrected some issues with the way you go up and down the stairs. So yeah, that's about it. And Embrake says, for some reason the game kind of looks like Granny. Yeah, you get the same vibes. Maybe because the way this is made, like the layout, it looks like a house, right? Um, but yeah, we're going to change all the assets and stuff, and it's going to look very different. And remember, this is the third day, and we have like 26 days to go, so it's going to look really really different. And Emmy Berg says it looks cool. uh Temtem says cool, looks amazing, great job. And Emmy Berg says yeah. uh Thank you for the encouragement. I'm currently dying. I don't know what's happening, but I'm drowning. Like, is that drowning? Like when you I'm just going to search to make sure that I'm saying the correct word. Johnny is unburned. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Uh, like I'm so tired, but I want to make this NPC's dialogue. So let's get back to it. So we have here our conversations, and what I want to get is yeah, I want to have two of this. So current conversation index, and we also want to have two more here. So private int current current dialog index equal 0, and private. So I'm going to set this when I'm going to set this here. So this is the current dialog index, and this is the private int current, or the dialog index limit. So I want to here on the index limit, the dialog index limit, I'm going to put it here. So it's going to be npc dialog that conversations conversations, and I'm going to access the current conversation index and get the, is this a string? No, this is, yeah, I want to get the length of this conversation, and I want to get the so yeah, I got the conversations, and here's the dialogue here. So F12. No, here what I want to get is this. So F12 here. And this is conversation data. Conversation data. So yeah, I want to open this. I don't know why it's, yeah, now. Conversation lines, it's what we need. So conversations, and I think I need the length here. This is the one that I want. So dialog index limit. So we have here our conversations, and we have our dialogues. And the dialogue is the, yeah, player dialogue we no longer need. Don't save. So I'm going to just go to a player. The player dialogue is not going to be here, right? I'm going to just delete this. what's happening here. Okay, yeah. Um, let's see. Okay, so we have the conversations and we have the dialogues, and the dialogue is all the conversations, and the conversations are the single like paragraphs. If you could think of it of them that way. So let's access our dialogue index limit is going to be the conversations at length, and yeah, so we already set this. And Emiberg says, what's the purpose of the NPC you're currently making? The purpose of these NPCs are going to be just giving you information about, like talking with you a bit, giving you some lore, and also helping you get some information of where the keys are or where what's the code. And maybe if we have time, I'm going to put that if you give something, like you're going to need to get something for an NPC in order for him or her to give you the needed information to for you to escape. So yeah, that's the purpose of the NPCs, like giving you more lore and helping you progress to the level. What do you think of the NPCs? Should I even implement them, or should I just stop making the NPCs and overcomplicating stuff and put my time on making all the other stuff? Because there's a lot to do, and I'm thinking of just uh, not having the NPCs that are not that important, um, and trying to make the monster or yeah, it's good. Okay, I'm going to then just continue making the NPCs. And maybe I'm going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to see all of this and I'm going to delete everything because it's getting quite annoying to make this. But yeah, let's try to not delete everything. Okay, so dialog index limit. We also need to set. This is not going to be the length of this, but rather it's going to be the conversations dot the current conversation index dot so we have the dialogue here, the conversations in this conversation lines. So conversation lines dot length. Now that we have the dialogue index limit, we need the or I'm just going to reassign this name to current line index, and this is going to be lines index limit, and I'm going to change this to lines index limit. So that's a better name, I think. So yeah, when we need the message for this interaction, and what message are we going to be passing? We are going to be passing the we're going to passing the dialogue conversations. Whoops, I heard that part wrong. Yes, you definitely should keep the NPCs. Okay, I'm going to keep the NPCs then. Um, okay, so these NPCs, let's see. We need the text, so we are going to get to the current conversation index, then the conversation lines, and the current conversation line, or current line index, sorry. And yeah, that's what I'm going to use. And okay, that should yeah, that should make the interaction start there. And here I already passed the message that I need, and here I'm going to say current line index plus plus. And if the current line index is more than the length, or is more or equal than the length, more or equal than the length. How do I get the length of this? Is the NPC dialog that conversations the dot current conversation index dot conversation lines that length. So that's more. Okay, so conversations like this, conversation lines at length. I'm going to say, okay, now I'm going to do if the current conversation index is more, yeah, it's more or equal, or let's see if yeah, I'm going to make the current line, current conversation index plus plus. And if now it's more or equal to the NPC dialog, it's super weird the way this is working now. But I think once we have this this done, it's going to be super easy to have our NPCs talk with us. Okay, so NPC dialogue that conversations, yeah, conversations that length. I think that's okay. Let's see what are we doing here. We are saying, okay, once we say the current line, I'm going to increase the current line. So next time I speak with it or interact with it, it's going to say the next thing that it has to say. Yes, after that, I want to check if the current line that I'm saying is going to be more than like I'm getting out of the array that holds it. So if I'm going to a line that doesn't exist, I want to say now Amy Break says programming is so complicated. Sometimes it can be complicated. Sometimes it works. Just it depending on what you're doing. Yeah, that's the. For example, you can do a whole game in 10 days and don't have any problems like I just did, and now you are on day 3 in this or get to day 2 of making another game, and you have to spend like 2 hours making doors. So that's extremes. So yeah, it could be good sometimes, and it could be bad some other times. But the thing is that when you finish a project, is super rewarding. Okay, so current conversation index is more or equal than NPC dialog conversations. So I need to check. I'm already getting the lines index limit. So what I should do now is use the variable that I have here. So lines index limit instead of what I was saying here. Everybody says, yeah, that door system was a total pain. Yeah, but it was super dumb. And I could have done the same thing with animations, and maybe I would have spent like half the time that I spent doing it with code. But it's working now, so it's all good. And Monty Sky, hello, welcome back to another stream. I made rally game. Did you publish it on itch.io, or where is that you can play your rally game? So yeah, I'm going to use here the conversation index limit. Conversation index limit. Not yet. Okay. And is it for mobile? Is it for PC? Where can you play your rally game? Conversation index. Okay, so now if I get out of here, I'm going to say this is going to equal current conversation index is going to equal oh, for PC and Android. Cool stuff. Okay, so current conversation index is going to equal the conversation index limit. And I'm going to restart the current conversation. Current conversation. Am I changing the right thing? Let's see, current line index. No, I'm not changing the right thing, because what I want to change is here on the current line index. We have the lines index limit, and we have the current line index, and we have the conversation index limit and conversation index. So let's try to think of this again. So current conversation. Okay, we are already making the current line here. So I think this is okay. And the current line index is going to be resetting at 0, 0. So yeah, I will also want to check. I want to make this anyway. So basically current line index equal to 0. So I'm starting from the bottom. So now when the current line index, we get out of lines for this conversation. Yeah, when we get out of lines for this conversation, I'm going to start from the bottom. And I'm going to, if there are more conversations to have, we're going to change the conversation. And if that goes over the limit, I'm going to set it to the limit. So it's going to repeat. Now, I need to get, yeah, conversation, the current conversation index, and the conversation line is going to be current line index. So I think this should work. Now the thing is, even if this works, I still have to display it. And we have 20 minutes left. I'm going to try to get as far as I can with these NPCs, but if I can't do it in 20 minutes, we'll continue tomorrow. And that's probably what's going to happen, because we still have to make some UI to display this text. And maybe I can put here, maybe we'll have some errors here. We'll see. We'll see. Once this loads, and I think I'm going to change the items here, the inventory here. So this is the inventory background. I think I want to make it like 0.7 or 0.8 in every direction here. 0.8. And I'm going to, okay, let's go to normal mode. And I'm going to put it here from the top. So you have your inventory from the top here. And I think that's still a little bit big, but that's better, I think, because if I want to have the dialogue in the bottom part. So yeah, if I want to have the dialogue there, I don't have to have the inventory there. I need to put it somewhere else. So yeah, this is going to be minus 120, minus 140, 60, 80, 200. Yeah, maybe like 190. Okay. And let me just check if this is okay. Part. So yeah, audio is okay. Okay, so now I'm going to create more UI, this time for our dialogue. So let's go to UI. Let's make an image. It's going to be dialogue background. For now, it's just going to be a simple color, like let's say 24, 24, 24, and let's make it not that opaque, like maybe 280. And you can see that because I'm on the way, but I'm just changing these values here. So maybe 200 is okay. 200. And let's make this take a lot of space here. So I'm going to make this image. Let's go to 2D. Let's center this, and let's make this image take a lot of space. So I want to center this, have like this, and somewhere around here maybe. Yeah, somewhere around here is okay. And maybe 640 from the top, 640, 640. And I'm going to get the other way so you can see what I'm doing here. Maybe have a padding of 10 or 20 to each side. From the right, we are having 20 padding to, and the bottom we are going to have 22. Yeah, maybe just 10. 10. 10. 10. And dialog background, and we need for this dialog background to have some text. So let's make UI text text match pro dialog text. And for now, we're just going to leave this like stretch this here. Like we don't want any padding. And now we are going to put 20 padding. I think 20 padding is okay for this text. So now you can see if I write here, it's still like really it holds a lot of text. So I want to put the size here to maybe from 30 to 90 here. This auto size, I don't know why this auto size is getting this like this. Okay. So let's make this 30 and make this wrap around. Wrap this around. So wrapping is enable and overflow is going to be truncate. Overflow. Enable, yes. Scroll rectangle, page linked. Okay, just leave it as it is. And we are making this be, let's say that this is going to be a minimum size of 60. Or no, I think a minimum size of 50 is okay. 50 is okay. And a maximum of 90. So yeah, let's just delete all of this text. And let's save for now. So here in the UI manager, we're going to need the dialog text here. So I'm just dragging there, dragging it there. And here, okay, let's see what we have for now. This is loading the message and starting the coroutine for populating the message. But this populating the message is not actually doing anything. Because once I have this message, that text, this, oh, I see. So this message, that text, this thing, so this is what I'm displaying. So what I need to do is for each character in message here, message, for each character here, I'm going to, first of all, I want to go to the UI. Update dialog text is going to, I'm going to call that. Here's a file, UI manager, that instance, that update dialog text, and I'm going to pass empty. Then I'm going to say, okay, add all of this to decompose. And this is going to load my message to the message decomposed. But first, I want to clear my message decomposed. So yeah, here, message decomposed equal empty. And why is this throwing an error? String to list character. Oh, because this is a list. So if this is a list, I can just say here clear. And now the list is clear and I can get this message decomposed here. And once the message is decomposed, I now can say here, okay, the message here, I'm going to replace this IO manager, instance, update dialog text with an empty. Here on the populate message, I'm going to change this one for what we already have. So I'm going to get have another function here that's public void get current dialog text. I'm just going to return so this is not a void, this is a string. And what I'm going to return is the dialog text. And what I want to do here is saying here, okay, I want the UI manager, or let's say first string current text displayed, and it's equal to UI manager that instance that update or get, sorry, get dialog, current dialog text. And then I'm going to say, okay, current dialog text displayed plus equals C, so the current character. And then I'm going to say, okay, display this now. UI manager instance that update dialog text and current text displayed. And I don't need this anymore. What I want to do here is putting this to 0. So basically, everywhere that there's this message, I'm going to replace it by leaving it blank on the dialog. And we have 9 minutes left for this stream to end. So let's see if we can display something before this ends. Let's see if we have luck. Okay, so now let's go here. Load message is going to, okay, this is loading our message. It's clearing the previous message and it's adding it. And once we load it, we are starting this coroutine, the populate message. It's going to, okay, I think this is going to work. We just have to assign we just have to create some text here. So let's just put here, let's just put on or UI manager. I think we already assigned the dialog text, but what I need to do now is saying here, let's see, this is empty. When I interact with an NPC, this is what should happen. And let's put this to the NPC here. This is the NPC dialog. This is the message. We're not going to need this message now because we are not using it. Let's go to our NPC. This is not going to be used. So anywhere that this message exists, it shouldn't. Yeah, let's wait for this to load. And the NPC dialog, I'm just going to create unscriptable objects, another one that's called dialogs or NPC. This is, let's call this dialogs. And these are going to be, for example, conversations, on conversations, folder conversations. And in conversations, I think I want to have yeah, let's see. We can create here on dialogs, we can create NPC dialog data. And this is going to be NPC dialog text or test, sorry, test. And we have to put some conversations here. So let's just put 3 conversations. Let's go to our conversations. And we are going to put here conversations. Let's create conversation data. This is going to be conversation data test 1. So here the conversation lines, this is going to be like first line of the test text 1. Here we can create this. This is second line. Third line is just a test. Third line, and I'm going to duplicate this 2 times. So this is now 2, and this is now 3. And I'm going to get out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. and I'm going to replace this with 2 because it's the NPC conversation test 3. Okay, so NPC dialogue test. Now I have to assign, this is the first one, this is the next one, this is the next one. Now I can save, and now I can go to my NPC and assign this dialogue test. So now when I go here on my my NPC here, let's see. First line of the test text 1. Now when I interact again, second line of the test text 1, and the third line of the test text 1, and this is the first line of the text text 2. Okay, so we have our conversations now. The UI looks horrible, but we have our basic conversations working, and still this is not finished, and we have an error. But I think we made some progress here. Let me just try to fix this error, and the stream is going to be over. So yeah, let me just try to fix this error. So what did it say? Index out of range exception. So with this, we went over the, yeah, we went over this. So if current conversations limit breaks puts a sad face there. But we're going to be tomorrow too streaming, so don't worry. I know it's sad to yeah, see me leave, but I'm going to be tomorrow here too. So you're more than welcome to join tomorrow. It's going to be at here. It's currently going to be 1 p.m. And I start at 8 a.m. where I live. So you can do your math there. You streamed a lot today though. Yeah, like 5 hours. Yeah, we can try to solve this problem tomorrow. And it was a pleasure to have you here, Emmy Breaks, Raylandia, and all the people that were here. Temp, all the people that were here. Mantis guy, really, I appreciate you being here. And we'll see. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow or whenever you can join, because I know that you can't join. You can't join all days. So yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.